Hello, my name is Gavin Benelli. Um, what can I say that doesn't pertain to the past? Most of my life I've just been figuring things out. Just being by myself, and a part of me was taken. The love that I gave a person, and I don't know what happened. A lot of most of my life, actually all my life, I've been going through hardships, things that seem out of the ordinary, kind of like bad luck and shit. Yeah, I'm a Navajo. In my culture, there's witches and shit, medicine man. I fall on those lines, I think. I don't know. I've just been doing research on it. Something about Yoka Empath and Sacred Clown. The reason why I'm always exploring this part about myself is because I always shunned exercise or ostracized. Or I was made to be a scapegoat, person that takes all the blame in the family, and was supposed to end my own life and didn't do it. Never known about how much people hated me because I talked to God. Damn, all these fucking emotions, man. These fucking emotions, man. Times I just wonder, if I made the right choice. But then again, I look at it again, and there's a lot of innocent lives that were taken. And my own people done it because they were greedy and had traumas in their bloodline to where they're just jealous people. Jealous, comparing themselves, and I learned how to cope with it all my life, man. My mom was narcissistic, my stepdad was. So my brothers, my cousins, all around me, and I never turned that way. Through the whole time dealing with my relatives, missed those times, man. Played tackle football. And get mad at each other and start fucking fist fighting. Little kid days, man. I was trying to find an escape, man. So I picked up skateboarding. Taught me a lot of independence, discipline. And sometimes I think, it's because I never hurt a person or joined a gang. Or all those little things I used to think about God. And I've worked all my life, man. I was always in this reservation. Always trying to make something happen. All my life I've been fighting. Spiritual warfare. Without no ceremonies or rituals. No magic. No spells. I choose to stay away from that stuff. The only reason was because I've seen people that had bad experiences doing stuff like that. I know about it. I read a book, back in the days, black magic book or something, black spell. I was reading through it. In my mind, I was thinking that, if a Satanist reads this book, he's going to hurt someone. I looked at it a different way. I mean, I didn't look at it as like a spell book to do harm to other people. I wanted to know if you can use that on yourself. I've never done it. To this day, all I do is pray. Some of the prayers I pray, I got the answers I needed. But life ain't easy. Life is never easy. That's one thing I'm teaching my kids right now. That life ain't easy. The hardest thing I had to realize was me bringing a child into this world. With all this negativity and I don't think it's that bad. Yeah. I have a, I have faith in God. Through all the torment I went through, I can still count on Him. But people, I can't say what you guys want me to hear or what you guys want to hear. I don't have any. I'm not the one with all the answers. But I'm confident that it will all work out. I pray it does. Because I'll still be doing this, put my positivity out there. Still, I'm not going to back down. I told myself that. Once I left my ex, I started go for things that I prayed for. All the stuff that I wanted to do before I had kids, and yeah. Man, don't get me wrong, I love my kids, but to this day, I'm just teaching them what I can. I go see them, whenever chance I get. I don't have a car. I go catch the bus or hitchhike. Ain't no big deal. It just gives me a chance to show these people that hurt me, my relatives that are hateful towards me, just because I'm conscious of my own self and everything else. And I talk to God. No matter what kind of voodoo or black magic they put on me, some that has to deal with my finances or how other people see me, doesn't really bother me. I learned how to deal with it. I learned how to make my own money in other ways. I always try to wonder, what do I do if all this is over? At this point, I looked at all that. I made a choice, man. If these guys are gonna fight about money, I might as well not look at money the same way. These guys want to be stars and be famous and shit. They can have it. I wish there was a little more to say. Maybe later on. All this video is just to say stuff that I want to say. That I never have the words to say. It's very hard, man. When you're looked at as a bad person and you didn't do anything wrong. When you're a spiritualist and you get demonized. I just really, once I know my ex started to really disown me, I wasn't this person. I was full of anger and confusion, heartache, and why me? When I call on God, man, I had no idea I was doing the great work. Imagine that, huh? Going through your whole life and all the decisions you made were all the right decisions that got you this far. You didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about spiritual warfare until 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I known about the government, and people have been telling me, man, how rare I am, how gifted I am. I never saw it. I didn't look at myself that way. I just thought it would be normal. I thought it was normal. Maybe I still am because I don't mess around with anything in negative nature. Yeah, I've grown up to be an understanding person, but through all this, all this manipulation and stuff I didn't have control over, I'm just glad I didn't do anything stupid. I'm just glad God was there the whole time to have, so I can surrender my life to. Because this battles I was fighting alone. I'm really thankful right now to the spirits for my willingness to go against all the odds in my life, you know. And when I gave my life to God, yeah, sold my soul to God, asked Him for a job. He put me back on earth and said, here, you already went through all the things you need to go through to live your life. You already did your part. Without me asking, you still do above and beyond. No other person can play God in my life ever again. I've gone to that place where I'm really loving on myself, and I'll protect that with whatever I got, whatever I can do. All my enemies have been surrounding me, trying to keep me in that fear state. Gang stalking and hate I can feel. I don't want to harm any one of you guys. I don't want to hurt anybody. But you turning my life and the way you guys been committed to making me erase myself from this earth. All I can say is I'm pretty sure you've done that to other people. And these innocent lives that you've taken out. That's why I asked God for a job. Because I didn't want to fight for money. I didn't want to fight for positions. I didn't want to go up the ladder and hurting people and getting paid for it. Especially for people that did not deserve it. When you guys had all the resources to help out another person. Instead, you decided to tear them down. To get life insurance policies and put fear into other people so they won't say anything. Not me.